So we're going to do growth and decay. Our quiz on Friday is going to be, it's going to be all word problems. There'll probably be 3 or 4 of them. And within it, I'm gonna take you all the way through. So today, what we're gonna do is we're gonna write the formulas down. We're gonna talk about what words mean that, and then we're gonna go through the word problems. Okay, so we have the growth model. So the growth model equation looks like this. Yes, that's a 1. This is the y is what we call the final amount. That's the amount that we're going to end up with. This a is what we call the initial amount, or the amount that we started off with. The r is our rate, and we always write it as a decimal. And then our T means time. And time is usually in years, okay? Now, how you know this is a growth model is because it has 1 plus. Words that mean growth, increase, appreciate, okay? So let's just write a little note to ourselves. So words that mean growth. So we're looking at the words increase, and I'm pretty sure you guys can't see that a little bit. So increase, and you might see appreciate. And it helps if you spell the word right. Okay, so we're going to be looking for the final amount. A lot of times when we're talking about growth, we're going to be talking about like a savings account. We might be talking about population. We might be talking about a car, okay, or a house. Then we're going to have our decay model. So on your quiz, you guys, probably what I will have is I'll have what is the growth equation, what is the decay equation, and then I will ask you, what is the final amount? Or I might say, what is the initial amount? What is the rate? What is the time? Okay, so the decay amount looks a lot like the growth amount, and that would be y equals a 1 minus r to the t. Y still means the final amount. A still means the initial amount. R is still the rate, and you write it as a decimal. And T is time. And it's usually going to be in years. So I just want to point out that decay model, you're looking for words that say decrease or depreciate, okay? Depreciate means it's losing value. Appreciate means it's gaining value. So usually houses appreciate in value. Cars depreciate as soon as you take them off the lot.
Bitcoin does both. It can increase and decrease value.
Yes. Okay, and the last one that we have is what we call compound interest. Now, you guys, the compound interest equation, when you're looking at that one, like, am I going to use it? The compound interest is going to say compound quarterly, or interest is compounded monthly, interest is compounded yearly. That's how you're going to know they actually are going to use these words for the compounded one, okay? So the formula is a capital A this time, equals a capital P, 1 plus R over N times N minus T. A is the current amount. So what it's going to say is you started off with $1,000. It's compounded monthly at 4%. What is your current amount? So A is what we're looking for. P is what we either call the principal. In a loan, you guys, in a loan, that's what they call it. How much principal or your initial amount. So if you take out a loan, it's called the principal. If you're open a savings account, it's called the initial amount. R is still your rate, and yes, you need to write it in a decimal form. N is the number of times it is compounded in a year. So you guys, if I said monthly, it's compounded monthly, that would be 12. If I said it was compounded quarterly, we have 4 quarters in a year, so that would be 4. If I said semi-annually, that would be 2. That means it only happens twice a year. And T is time in years. So you guys, your question might be, how much money will you have at the end? How much money would you have in 5 years if it's compounded monthly and you started with $500? So we would put it in there. So again, we have 3 formulas. We're going to use all 3 of them today. And what we're going to do is we're going to work on today is reading a question and writing an equation. Reading a question and writing an equation. In fact, that's what your homework is going to be on tonight. Okay?